Thank you so much for being here. Here we go. Let's start with contestant number 1, shall we? Are you ready?
No pressure.
Feeling okay? No pressure.
No pressure, just gotta bring the masala.
All right, you'll be all right. Just add a little tadka, you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashima, and it's a pleasure to be here today to tell you one of my stories. I have been married for 7 years, but been with my husband, Anil, for 15 years. So it's a long, long journey, lots of ups and downs. And to keep it exciting, and a little bit more fun, because, sometimes, especially with long relationships, it can be a little bit dull. Even after a month, you just try to spice it out. Maybe you'll come to Spice Lounge, or you'll go to on a vacation, or you'll do something to spice it up. But sometimes you don't always have the opportunity to do that. So Anil and I do something that most people wouldn't think that we would do. See, we come from backgrounds of, I'm a public speaker, a choreographer, a writer, and Anil is an IT person, a coach, a photographer. But you would never think that we were singers, and we wouldn't necessarily ever want to make that public. We like to keep that very private. So we have our moments, especially in the morning when my lovely husband would get up, because he is a morning person, and he'll start singing a song. So for example, I don't know if anyone's heard the song with the Rihanna and Drake. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's a really great song. So that's his new, one of his new #1 songs that he sings and listens to over and over again. So he'll start off by saying, "No, you've been hurt," and then I'll just add in my 2 cents and say, "By somebody else," and then we'll add in a few more lyrics. Now, I'm not going to actually sing this, and I'll spare you the grief of that, because it's quite brutal, and I wouldn't even do this in a karaoke bar. But basically, our singing career has started only at home. But last year, around August, we went to a cottage and decided to make our singing a little bit more public and take it to the next level. So my friends Laura and Anil were swimming in the lake, and they came out of the lake and said, "Oh my God, we're really excited. We just came up with this song." And I was like, "Okay, what's the song called?" And the song was called "Blowing Bubbles in the Water." Now, you would think, okay, blowing bubbles in the water, that's quite catchy, right? It's quite catchy. Just as a quick background, I'm Punjabi, and Anil is Guyanese. So he's taught me a lot about the soca and the calypso and stuff. So it's really actually blowing bubbles in the water. So there's a little bit more of that to it. So I thought, you know what? Oh, that sounds so good. And Laura was like, this could be like a big hit. We need to go into a studio. So we were living in our bubble, and just really imagining this dream. And you can only do that in the privacy of very close people around you, people that you love, or that love you, actually. So I thought I'd add my 2 cents and said, okay, blowing bubbles in the water. And how about wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, pop the bubble. So I just got really excited about the fact that I just added in that part, and I thought it just really adds something to it. Can't you see this at a Caravana event? Can't you see this out there amongst all our desis and all the people just jamming it up to that song? So again, in our bubble. We're living in our bubble. And I decided, you know what? We need to add in some dance moves to this song. So we went inside the cottage, and I'm wearing my bathing suit, which is slightly wet. This is my masala part. And we start singing the song, and Anil is looking at me, and I said, yeah, we should just add in some movements. So he said, okay, blowing bubbles in the water, and I started to wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, pop the bubble. And then suddenly he started laughing, and I looked behind me, and there was Laura's father looking over me. And I think that's suddenly not something I stuttered just like I am right now, because I still remember that image of, oh my God, he just popped my bubble, for real. The moral of this story is that it's so important to have fun in a relationship. It's so important to be able to just be yourself. And I've been really lucky to find a partner who's just as much of a free spirit as I am. So to all the free spirits, thank you.